This video is brought to you through the EA Game Changers program, so big thank you to the Sims team and EA for providing me with this code so that I could get these early access videos out for you guys. Hi everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here and welcome back to my channel. So if you watched my first Moschino video, we actually did a deep dive into the Creator Sim assets, which was slightly disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. But in this video, we're going to be looking at build and buy mode, and we're also going to be going over like the main gameplay features, which are pretty much photography and the brand new freelancer career. Just to quickly point out that this is officially being released tomorrow, Tuesday, the 13th of August, and in the UK currently, it costs $9.99. I'm fairly sure there was a price increase on stuff packs like a year or so ago now, and yeah, I'm fairly sure they're still $9.99. So I think usually they're between like 10 to 15 like in your own currency wherever you may live, but definitely just double check on that. It is a stuff pack, so it's the same pricing as all the other stuff packs that have come out for The Sims 4. Really quick shout out to Leah Laz on The Sims 4 Gallery. I am actually using their stylish vintage loft. This is actually a really cool lot. It was made before Moschino came out, but it fit in really well with like the theme that I was going for this like gameplay overview. So shout out to them. Go download this on the gallery. First off, we have two new wallpapers. Wallpapers? Yes. Gameplay wallpapers. So this is the first one. I love this mint and green and yellow one. Mint and green and pink, not yellow. This one's yellow. So there's loads of cool different colors on this one. Like this one is also sick. Like there's some super freaking colorful ones. This kind of reminds me of Dream Daddy. I just love it. I think it's very cool wallpaper. I am definitely a fan. And then there's this wallpaper, which I have actually used on the rest of this photo studio, which is kind of, it looks like a textured wallpaper. I don't know. I don't think it is, but it looks textured. So like the kind of like geometric lines that you guys are seeing, to me, in my eyes, those look textured, but I don't think they actually are. There's some like cool pink ones, there's like gold ones. There obviously are the windows and a new door as well. So these are the new windows. I freaking love them. There's actually a cool little wall over here where I've used quite a few of them. There's also ones where the window is open. I think they're really cool. Again, fit in very well with like lofts and the industrial kind of thing that we got in like City Living. I have always loved industrial builds in The Sims 4, so they suit me really nicely. There are only ones for short windows. The only annoying thing is with this, and I want to point it out, is that we still don't have the option to use windows on like 2 different levels, which I would freaking love to have that. So like, if I turn move objects on, if I put this down here, this window disappears and like this window disappears. Where I would love it if you could, like, if I could use that as like a runner and just have like a real long window, so you could have that flexibility. Unfortunately, you can't have it. I don't know if that's ever going to be possible in The Sims 4, but like it's kind of annoying that these windows like would legit look so perfect if I could just like squish them together, because right now they look like a hamburger and I just want them looking like buns, like just one thick bun. So yeah, that's like a really big issue. Not big issue, but like I wanted to do that and I couldn't because of the building constraints. And then I think these are sliding doors. I think this is a new sliding door that came with Moschino. Yes, it's a luxury loft sliding door. So kind of works the same way as the sliding doors that we've got recently. I think it's cool that we have a modern variant because that's something that we haven't had yet. And then on to build mode, buy mode instead of build mode. So let's go to Moschino. I've actually used most of the stuff in here. So we have like a cute little chair, which comes in some really sick colors. There's like some checkered ones, then there's just some plain ones, and then some geometric styles. This really reminds me of like clueless. I kind of wish there was a yellow variant of this, but the pink is really nice in this pack as well. I love the pink. Then we have this cute little coffee table, very modern design. I've kind of gone for like a black and white theme because I think it's pretty classic in this room. And then again, there's an end table to match that coffee table. Then there's also this, which I think also acts as a coffee table. This is like, you know, kind of a chest that you could see like touring musicians go around with. Basically just looks like you could throw clothes in there and kind of just keep it as storage. You could also stack these up on top of one another in using move objects, so that's fun. Then we have this shelf right here, which actually has like a ton of tripods and like a white reflective screen to like get more light. These are all pretty much used for photography. I don't use them because I am not a professional vlogger or YouTuber, so I've never really used them, but that's what they are for. It's kind of to bounce light around or to like soften light or diffuse light. Then we have this table. I'm so shiny, hip, modern, and oh so shiny. This pedestal is the perfect perch for all your artistic acquisitions. Oh, sorry. It's not a table, it's a pedestal. Then we have the, let me put walls down. We have the tripod over here, which actually the camera and the tripod are two separate entities. And I think that's really, really cool because the Sims team actually mentioned that you could put any camera on this. So the 3 base game cameras that we have, like the digital camera, the bigger one, and then the bigger one, you can put those on it. You can also put the island living camera, you know, the underwater camera with like the big telescopic lens. You can put that on it. Obviously doesn't change the way that pictures work, but if you want like a different variant camera, it's a cool little quirky thing to have, I guess. And if you have it on the tripod, if you have a camera on the tripod, which by the way, you can fully like take this anywhere, so it's kind of like a roaming setup, which is pretty sick. But if you have a camera on a tripod, Sims won't actually mess up a photo, so there won't be like, it won't be blurred, there won't be a gnome in it, there won't be like handprints on the lenses. Like your sim will take perfect pictures every time. So that's great. If you get annoyed by those things kind of jumping into your photos, definitely put your camera on a tripod. Then we actually do have the camera that she currently has, which is apparently only available after you max out the performance meter. I just gave it to her because I wanted to. Then we have this little thing down here, which is actually a mark. So help direct your photo subjects to the right location so you can craft the perfect composition. These magic marks will not be visible in your photos. So this is pretty much where you direct a model. Then we have a cool little piece of artwork. I genuinely love this artwork. I kind of wish that they were all just portraits because I really love the portraits. I mean, the artwork is pretty sick in itself, but like the portraits are just, they look so good and like so modern and like classy. We have a mirror, which is like in the shape of like a comic strip speech bubble, like exclamation thing. Again, comes in some pretty funky colors. This pack is just fun. I feel like they've just added in a lot of color, which is awesome. We have a stack of magazines, so you can just have these like as a clutter object. We have again just a decorative camera, which Simaguru George actually lost his marbles over this. He was like, never store your cameras this way because you're just gonna get dust on it. It doesn't have a cap on. You're gonna ruin your lenses, and this is like a big boy lens, so you know, I agree with George on that one. George, if you're watching, I agree with you. You tell him. You tell that ninja that he probably designed that object wrong. Then we have these amplifiers, which is pretty cool. Very definitely seems to be the random item of this. I know a few people were like, oh, we got an amplifier and that means we're getting banned soon. I think it's just a decor item. I think it does actually look pretty cool in this photo studio. Like I said, I love the color of the pink, like the shade of the pink that they've gone for in this pack. I think it's really, really cute. Then we have a new rug, which has a couple of different designs on it. I really love the polka dot ones. I think they're pretty nice. Next up is the multiple frames, which is new. I like it. Currently we have a couple of photos of Leo in here just chilling. Unfortunately, these don't come in the new colors that we actually got in base game, like the yellow, the blue, the red. This is just like wooden. Kind of unfortunate. A little sculpture, like a little bit of artwork. I can definitely see like your celebrities having this like in their bedrooms. Then we have an electronic picture frame is what I was trying to say. So basically what you can do is put your pictures into here and then set a timer on it and they will switch through. So if you have like a family who like takes loads of photos, it's really, really cute to see, and you can also just like stand these up on places as well. So that's pretty cool. Then we have the backdrop, which I love. Honestly, one of my favorite items. It's not just like green or white. Like there's some pretty cool different things. It just reminds me of the Try Guys studio. We currently have it set to this gorgeous pastel blue and pastel peach, I would say. I love that. A quirky little room divider. Why did I just describe that as quirky? I don't know. You would have guessed that this was a window, but no. It's a room divider. Bet you didn't see that one coming. Again, we have it in the polka dot, which I just think looks real classy. Oh, and this is a real cool item. So I'm gonna come out here to show you guys this. So this is a fashion studio backdrop, which is straight, unlike me. And then what you can do is basically like fix these together, and they go like so well. Like once you fix them all together, like look at how seamless that is. And then basically what you can do is you can set a backdrop, so you can go for like red carpet, and then you can do it on all of these, which is awesome. There's a little bit of like where you can see, but yeah, I just think that's really cool. So like bigger on the inside. These actually, some of them do move, like as you can see they have like flashing photography. If we go for like a rainbow, we have a cute little, oh look at how sick this is. I honestly freaking love this. You have vertical lights. You can also go for like sunlit forest. Like, look at these. You could just have a production line of models stood in front of this, and you could just be going all the way across. I just think it's really cool. Like, nothing that we've ever had in The Sims before. Very quirky, and honestly, I love it. I think that's probably my favorite item out of this pack. Then we do have some lights. If I actually go to night, you can kind of see how these lights work. So this is kind of like a spotlight. You can bring this closer or further away from your sim, depending on how you want to light them up. If you only want like a shadow on like part of their face, you can really play around with this lighting. So like, look, he's like in the spotlight, or you can make it so he's like more shadowed. And then this looks like a more diffused light. So that one is kind of more of a spotlight. This is kind of like more diffused. We have some lights. I mean, they're lights. I like them. This fluorescent piece is awesome. I think that's really cool. Then we have a new bookshelf, which I adore. I think this is a really cool bookshelf. Again, comes in like more natural colors. I would have liked to see more bright colors on this, like maybe some of the pinks and the blues from some of the other items and other swatches. And then we have this railing, which I adore. I've wanted this. I've talked about how much I wanted a more basic railing, and now we have one in Moschino. So that's pretty much all the build and buy mode items. But getting into gameplay. So obviously one of the biggest things that came with this gameplay was the new career. So we are gonna have Caroline over here find herself a new job. She wants to be a photographer and she wants to go freelance, you know? She's sick of working classic 9 to 5. She wants to test her hand at freelancing. Fashion photographer is the new one. So we are going to click OK, and then tomorrow's style, trade freelance fashion photographer. Tomorrow's style represents and gets you the fashion shoots you need. Sure, you might get stuck with a department store catalog, but work hard and you just might shoot the next high fashion collection worn by celebrities at the Starlight Accolades. Hire photo subjects, select the clothes, set the subjects in the appropriate poses, and capture the magic. Build a home photo studio or take your camera and tripod on location to get the best shots. Don't forget to self-promote by uploading your photos to Fashion Simstagram. So she has entered the freelancing career, and then if we go on check for gigs, she is currently only a photography level 1. So which is the one where we get paid the most? Damn! 6,000 for a photography level 1? Every day, most Sims get up and put on clothes, but most Sims could stand to be a bit more stylish. The client asks for photos of Sims in everyday attire to showcase that everyone can be fashionable every day. So we chose the one that earned us the most money. So we have to take a photo of Sims in an everyday outfit. Ask your subject to change into an appropriate outfit, then use the camera and tripod to photograph that Sim. Oh, he stood over here. Oh, babe. Whilst I've been doing all of that, Leo's just been stood waiting for a photographer. Take the picture. Why is it taking so long? He's uncomfortable. But he also is excited because we took his photo already. So he is actually wearing an everyday wear. So what you have to do is not click on the camera. You have to click on the tripod if you have the tripod set up. And then take picture of Sim on subject mark. Let's go for Leo. So she is gonna head on over here and hopefully she's going to be able to take a photo of him and tick this off. Oh, he moved. He moved. So we're going to go in portrait because they did want to see the everyday wear. And then as you can see here, we have poses, which is pretty cool. So this is a default pose. This is sad poses, relaxed, flirty, goofy, excited, fashion, or thoughtful. We're gonna go for fashion, and then if you tap this up here, which is I think change pose, your Sim will actually change their pose, which is pretty freaking cool. Like, I love how that's an option now. And the gurus did actually say that there's about 3 poses in each of these categories, so you're not constantly seeing the same ones like over and over again, but you do have to like randomize them. So as you can see, we quickly went through all 3, and you can now take a limit of 10 photos instead of the usual 5. And also something really, really cool is the fact that you can now use WASD to really change your photos. So basically this works the same way as the tab mode camera now, and it's pretty sick. Like, the angles that you can get on it, like this is the lowest point right now. Unfortunately, the ceilings are still white, which is kind of a bummer because, you know, it's just gonna make all of your things look white. But like the fact that we now have like free mode camera and you can like rotate and you can just get this looking like however you want it to look, is this not the coolest thing you guys have ever seen? Like, I freaking love the fact that this is possible. Like, what the heck? He is out here looking like a supermodel. Okay, maybe not so much anymore, but look how cool this is. Like, I'm gonna be using this so often. I freaking love photography in The Sims 4, and now having like that free control of the camera is just incredible. So we took 3 out of 5 photos. I didn't realize that we could literally do that all with Leo. So I'm gonna have him change his outfit into the orange one, and then I'm gonna have him pose back on there, and she's gonna come back over and take some more pictures of him. We did get the 5 photos, and now she needs to submit photos for client's approval. Click on a photo and select submit photo for client's approval. Okay, so let's go over here so we can see our new ones. So let's freelancer, submit for client's approval. The internet loves Caroline's photos, and the client rejoices at the positive reaction. Great job, Caroline. And we got our 6,000 simoleons. So there we go. That's her first freaking thing done. What I am gonna do is actually add some of these photos onto here. So these ones are currently looking a bit smushed because this is like a horizontal one. I should have really put those in this one. So as you can see, you can just like drag and drop photos into this. It kind of highlights it, and I don't know how many photos it can have. Currently it has 4 on it. So you can adjust the speed. So this is set to change every 1 hour, and you can also turn it off. So if you see a picture that you like and you want to keep it on for a while, you can actually turn that off. But hopefully this should change on the hour. Come on, digital. I may have put 2 of the same. The client has approved your photo. What a fantastic shot. Approved photos arrive in the mail the next 1 or 2 days. So check your mailbox and then post the photo online to Fashion Simstagram. And as I was reading that, the photo changed. So there you have it. So we can ask to pose. Okay, so we have the 2 Sims. So let's go ask the kid to pose, and then let's also ask to pose Leo. I don't know how we get an animal to pose. Like, I just don't know how that happens. But these 2 are going to pose. Basically, what I wanted to test was take picture of Sim on Mark. Okay. How do I take one of both of them? Take picture of Sim with pet. Take picture of... Can I choose both of them whilst they're on the mark? I can. Okay, so that's simple. I mean, pretty self-explanatory. I should have been able to figure that one out. And then you can also... Oh, there we go. They're going to talk to each other. So this is them. This backdrop isn't really big enough. You would probably need like another like one either side for this. But you can have them both do like sad poses. Oh, he doesn't look very sad. But his dad looks sad. You do not look sad in the slightest. Then we have some goofy ones. Oh, look at his little face on the goofy one. That's so freaking cute. He is adorable. Oh my goodness. And also, the photos that you take on this actually do go to your screenshots. I think if you don't have them on the mark, I think they might actually like move a little bit, so you can kind of have like a bit more freedom if it's gonna let me do that. Yeah, there we go. So it's gonna have a bit more freedom, so they kind of move off the mark and like stand a little bit closer together, which is a little nicer to see. Oh, they like switch positions, do they? Okay, that's pretty cool. So you can have an adult pose with a kid, you can have kids pose with kids, you can also have adults hold toddlers, and I do also want to play with the dog as well. You can also like carry, so you can take a photo carrying a toddler. I think you can also take a photo carrying a cat and also a small dog, but this Dalmatian is obviously like a big dog. He's just gonna pose with him like that. That's so funny. You look like a little gremlin. Oh my god. Oh, so it only changes his facial expression? Really? Like his facial expression. That's creepy. It looks like Strangeville. I don't know if this is glitchy or if that's just the way it is and it just changes the Sims facial expression. I guess they couldn't really come up with like many poses for like dogs and humans, especially like big dogs. It would be cute if they could like hug us though. Like that's unfortunate that that isn't an option. We're in San Moschino and I originally thought that you couldn't take this anywhere because it was constrained to a lot. So as you can see, if I try and take it out of the lot that I traveled to, it wouldn't let me. And basically what I wanted to do was set a like a shoot up, say over on this like dock section over here. But if I actually have my Sims go here together, I can actually place everything in the world. I did nip back home to get our marker as well, because you can also place a marker, which makes it super easy to do this. So as you can see, she's gone over here. I'm gonna place this in the world. We can't really move this though. That's the only unfortunate thing. Like she's just gonna place it like dead set in front of her, so we're not gonna have the best view ever. And I also can't remember which way she set that up. I can't remember if she set it up to face this way or if she set it up to face that way. Confusing. If I can work a tripod, then you should be able to work a tripod. And then can we put the camera on here? Nope. Okay. Place in world. Don't just place it on the ground. Oh, okay, I figured it out. We have to add a camera. So let's add the click shot. Why can't I ask him to pose? Or can I get him to pose? Go wait for photographer. There you go. Okay, this is not going to work well because our camera is completely facing another way. I also don't know what way he's facing. Oh, I mean, let's get some classic shots. Let's do it. Let's take a picture of Leo. Okay, so, you know, should have used my common sense that the arrow is pointing this way, so he was going to be facing this way. Just didn't really use common sense, did you, Molly? Oh my god, but that's sick! Holy smokes, I thought that was going to be a real bad shot, but that's actually sick though. Dude, do you see this? I feel like he's like Spider-Man right now. I'm just gonna download like all the Spider-Man custom content and freaking like take pictures as if he's like Peter Parker. What the hell? This is so cool. And you can have him doing like different... Guys, what the heck? I love this so much. This photo is so this really just goes to show like how creative you can get. Like I genuinely thought that photo was going to be so bad and it's actually turned out to be a really great photo. What I will say is I do like build and buy mode. I think there are some really awesome features of it. It was still kind of smaller than I was anticipating, but also I do think it's kind of solid for a stuff pack, and I really like the camera functionality. I still would say if you don't use photography that often in your game and like you're not really fussed about like having free camera or anything like that, I would say this stuff pack probably still isn't for you. Like maybe wait till it goes on sale or just save your money completely if you don't use photography much. I myself as a player do use photography, so for me personally I would say this pack was worth the £10 that I would be paying for it. But let me know how you feel. Are you gonna get it? Do you feel as if this pack is worth it for you? If you do feel as if it is, what is your favorite part? If you don't feel like it is, what were you expecting? Like what more could this have pack had for you to be able to say like, yeah, I want to spend my money on it? I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. But yeah, for me personally, I would say it was worth it. I think if you don't want the camera though, it's probably a pack that you could skip. But thank you all so much for tuning into this video. I hope it helped. I know, I'm sorry I'm recording this really late and like way past the embargo. My dog, as I was in the middle of recording this video, you know, super high fashion, like snobby Sims in Moschino outfits. I walk downstairs and find a dog poo on my floor. So, you know, my life isn't as glamorous as summed up by my amazing Moschino t-shirt. Not that glamorous in real life, but at least I have my fantasy in The Sims 4. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed, if you found it helpful, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye guys!